welcome back to the plot. It's September already. Can you believe it? September. I've just been away for a week, so I haven't been up for a week and 4 days, 3 days, something like that. And I am just going to show you around. The last time I was here I came with Mark and we did quite a bit of work. We only had a couple of hours, but we did a power couple of hours, and we got quite a bit done, but the footage that I got wasn't great and a lot of it didn't actually film. Having camera problems, I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what we did last time, but I'm going to show you around the plot as well. I've come back, I've seen quite a bit of a difference. My parents watered and harvested for me while I was gone, but they left me a little bit of food on my kitchen worktop, but I'm guessing they didn't look very far because there is an awful lot that is well overdue harvesting. So why don't you come along with me and we'll do it. Haven't got my greenhouse keys with me today, so I don't know what I'm going to put my harvests in, so we're gonna have to look around and see what we can find laying around. Let's go have a look. So the first thing I'm going to show you is while we were away the arch fell down, so they've bolstered it with the rebar there, and luckily it hasn't done any damage or too much damage to the courgette plants below. They seem to be okay. So yeah, Mark and I weeded this bed last time, and I didn't really do anything particularly thoroughly. I just went up and pulled the majority of the large weeds out, whereas Mark weeded this bed, which I'll show you now, completely thoroughly. This is what Mark got up to. Okay, so Mark's starting on this bed with the 3 squash in that hopefully you can identify. I've just said that and I've been told off for making him sound daft, but he's not a gardener, I don't know what he knows. So yes, there's only the 3 plants in here, so he's going to work on this one. There's lots of willow herb, and then this path. He did want to start on the path under the arch, but I've told him that the orange flowers I want to keep, although they are very inconvenient. They're the only calendula plants I've got on the plot, so I don't really want to get rid of them. So yes, and I will probably start here actually and work my way towards him, and then I can weed around the calendula. So yeah, let's get going. I didn't weed the dahlia bed, but I'm really happy with how it's coming along. I mean, yes, it's September now, so things aren't quite where they should be for dahlias, but I've got flowers, I've got beautiful flowers on the Bishop of Llandaff there. Got some lovely ones over there. That one that got pulled out the other week is still alive. I need to plant that back in, I'll do that today. Some really lovely ones. I don't know if I've got all the labels. I think this was an unknown, but this looks like a Jupiter. I've got some coral Jupiter, and this looks like it could be something like that. I've not seen the coral Jupiter flower yet, but the pink Jupiter is very like that, but pink, and that looked corally to me. This one's coming. This one is Ruskin something. The labels are coming off now a lot as well. These were all root cuttings that my dad gave me. My dad's a big dahlia grower, loves them. So if you look over on this side, this is the side that Mark weeded. Look at all those blackberries. I took a load last time. Keep freezing them in batches so that I can make jam at some point. These are sweet potato squash and mashed potato squash. Again, 2 of one and 1 of the other. Don't know which one's which, but we'll see. I think actually looking at them, I think these 2 are mashed potato squash, and I think that's a sweet potato squash, because the sweet potato, Thelma Sanders sweet potato, is a long vine variety, and that, well, you can see the difference, can't you? Oh well, we just keep ignoring this part, don't we? We just keep ignoring it. The roses are getting out of control again. That rambling rector, the bindweed is, that side needs to be completely stripped now, I think. But these beds, as I said before, these 3 beds are going, they're going away. But before we look over there, actually, let's have a look at the runner beans, because these are the ones that I grew from home on this side. They're a mixture of Sart and Greek Gigantes. And they're doing all right. There should be a couple of French beans in there as well, to be honest, because a couple germinated. Oh, there are some. Oh yeah, look, you can see here. There we go. Oh, I don't know actually. Yeah. No, I'm not sure because they're quite furry. We'll see. We'll see. Because I do love green beans as the bean, whereas the runner beans, I like them as pods. Oh look, not as pods, as beans to save. Freeze them demi-sec. But the other ones are the direct sown. And I think we can see where the weight is coming from there. They were really slow to start, and these were my 4th and 5th sowing of runner beans because they either failed to germinate or things ate them. Got quite a bit of black fly on these end ones. Had them last time, sprayed them off a bit, but I've come back. Oh yeah, look, some good old runner beans. Looking all right, despite its trip. Oh look, the little cheeky curry that we've got at the side here, the later sown ones I've produced. That's lovely. A couple of dahlias in here as well, just because I had leftovers. And then we've got courgettes here, a couple of black beauties, a couple of defenders, and a black beauty. You can see black beauty's got one that needs to be harvested there. Right, a cheeky curry's here, looking lovely. I've got 2 of them on this one. This is the first sown one. It's the other plant that I had 2 of these plants. One didn't survive. One got slugged in my greenhouse. But yeah, still can make indentations with my thumbnail, so they're not ready. Over here, we've got honeyboat, that's the only one that's come, and I don't know if that's going to grow. It doesn't look like it's grown much since I last saw it, but it's not rotting, it's not soft, so who knows. And then I've got another tiny one there which will hopefully pollinate. Oh, and one thing I keep missing, because I keep forgetting it's here because it kind of gets swamped by the cheeky curry, is this. This is butterbush. So if this is a small compact butternut squash, now there's another one in there as well. I don't know. That obviously hasn't pollinated because the flower hasn't opened yet. We do have some male flowers there ready to open, so maybe it's a very compact little thing. There's another immature one in there. Yeah, if this does well, I'll be really happy about that. Now, it's September, so, you know, winter squash that are just setting now, not sure how they're going to go. So let's walk around now to the back of this bed. This is my butternut squash that I bought from a garden centre and just didn't grow. That one is rotting, as you can see. They're not going to do anything. They were more like bed fillers, to be honest. There's a courgette there that's rotted and been eaten. And then this is my jack-o'-lantern, which is looking good, looking nice. And a couple more dahlias in this bed. The beds are so dry though. I mean, they've been watered, but yeah, this one, that's beautiful. That is Paramount, BD Paramount, and that's Bishop of Llandaff, which is a beautiful colour. Are really good for pollinators as well, because obviously not all dahlias are great for pollinators. Yeah, so let's have a wander around this side now. Yeah, so as I said, these are coming out in the next few weeks. Kids are back to school this week, and then I can get cracked on with some well overdue jobs. This was weeded not long ago, but obviously not as thoroughly as I liked. My little runner bean net with my leftovers. It's doing all right. It's got a lot of flowers on it. The peas died. They were just dried up with tiny little immature pods on. Oh look, we've got a pod. We've got a pod there. Oh, we've got a few actually. Yeah, we're all right. We're doing all right. And I do like to store as many beans as I can, so I keep those going. What have we got here? What on earth? I've got the biggest patty pan I've ever seen in there. Oh man. I think these are still doing all right in here, hopefully. Let's have a look. These are the mashed potato ones. They've put on a bit of growth. Again, they won't be ready yet to pick. Have we got some patty pan in here that need eating as well, picking? Yeah. that's not grown anything at all, really much, since I was here last, unless I don't think they'll have picked them. And then one thing I've just noticed before I started filming, which I'm really happy about, is that this is my sweet potato squash, Thelma Sanders, and it's got some fruit on it. When I went away it had nothing, and now look, a couple there, we've got one over there, behind there, oh, two. So yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really happy about that, because yeah, my pumpkin here, this is Burgess Buttercup. It's making slow progress. It's still firm, you know, it's not rotting or anything. That is more of the sweet potato vine there. I don't think we're going to get another one though, just that one, but it's a big pumpkin, so that's okay. Right, so let's have a look here. There's a lot in this is the summer squash bed. There's a lot in here that hasn't been harvested. I think we're going to see some big beasties. Oh, I've got one over there that's okay. That's not a massive size. This is Striata di Napoli, and they're producing quite big courgettes. I mean, obviously they produce as big as you let them produce, but we do seem to be getting some quite sizable ones off there. This, I don't know how they missed that. Oh, that's been picked off. Oh, maybe they picked it and didn't like the look of it, I don't know, but we'll take that home with us. A couple of rotten ones under there, but one thing I noticed when I came back past earlier was under here. Look at that. Let me get in there with my hand. Let's pick that now. Oh, I can't. It's massive, is that? So that is probably going to be more like a winter. There's lots of not pollinated ones in here. Not pollinated ones. You know what I mean. We've got a couple of summer holiday squash that are ready for harvesting in here. A couple. Yeah, a few there actually. That's Caserta. They're a really spiky courgette, but that is, as you can see, of a good size. Well, maybe slightly larger than we would pick it normally. Yeah, so there's a few things around there. Can I see anything over the back there? Yeah, I think there's a couple in there. Yeah, these things, I don't know, they're not looking as healthy, but you know what? Light levels are dropping. You can see a summer holiday squash in the middle there. You know. Let's have a look at my little annual border, because this has shot up a little bit actually. Lots of things growing quite well in here. The poppies, look at them. I bet they looked really nice a couple of days ago when those were all in flower. Seed heads have come really quickly because they weren't even flowering when I was here last. They're very lovely poppies. There's some foxgloves growing in there as well, so that's good, because I'll probably leave them in this border. Yeah. Herbs, I haven't been harvesting them, as you can tell. There's sage, there's some thyme in there that's been swamped by the sage. There's some rosebay willow herb that can be swamped by the sage. Rosemary is struggling a little bit. Well, I don't think it's struggling, but it's been pushed out by the lemon balm. Deadheaded the cosmos last time I was here. There's a lot more to do now, obviously. I think somebody's been digging in my raised bed. Obviously this is empty and nothing's growing it. I've not even got any weeds growing. I mean, there's a bit, but you know, I wouldn't have expected this to stay so empty for so long. Strawberries, going really strongly there, putting out those runners. I'm going to end up with strawberries growing in these beds. So that's that. And now let's go have a look at the brassica cage actually. Why do I never check for spiders' webs when I come in here? I know they're going to get my face. Anyway, it's a big old mess in here. It's a big old mess. If you remember, we had 3 really great cauliflowers from in here. And I've had a couple of good cabbages as well. Might still have a couple of cabbages to pick today. That one looks good. It's made a bit of a head on it. Yeah, that's nice and solid. So they're good. They're Galvatron. And they've done really well, despite the club root in here. So that's good. Obviously, I got one head of calabrese, the rest of it is bolted. But we've had these, I think the cabbage aphids over everything. And they've really, you know, they're my sprouts. Oh, you can see the little sprouts forming as well. It's trying, isn't it? I mean, this one, look at that. I mean, the problem with the brassica cage is that we keep all the bugs that we don't want on our brassicas out, but we also keep the predators out that will feed off the aphids, you know? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword there. This is the purple sprouting broccoli. I've only got one plant now. Not sure how that's going to go. Got some blackberries growing in here as well. So we're going to make some changes this year because I feel that this is a lot of space to devote to brassicas when we might not get that big a crop. And as much as I like all brassicas, no one in my household eats them except me. So I've decided, because we need to change the netting anyway, because it's not very good. It was good. It's you know, it's had its day, and there's a few things that we need to improve, like the door now. I've decided that what we're going to do is we're going to change this into a soft fruit cage. So because I've got to replace the netting, I'm going to buy bird-proof netting, put it on really tight because we don't want to hurt any birds. And I'm going to grow some soft fruit in here. So because soft fruit will be more beneficial for us, we'll use it more. And yes, I think this will be a good soft fruit cage. I'll still grow brassicas, but once this area is redone and we've got smaller, more compartmentalised beds, I will grow brassicas in this area, and I'll probably rotate them, which may or may not be the right idea with clubroot. I don't know. I mean, clubroot is all over the plot. There's no escaping it. It is everywhere. There's patches of it and patches where it isn't, you know, so, but it's generally all over the plot. So I think I'm going to grow less, and I'm going to separately net them to keep the cabbage whites out and things. So yeah, what do you think? Would you do that? Or do you love brassicas too much to give this cage up? So what that means for here is that these strawberries are going to come out and they're going to go in there. And I'll be looking for bare root fruit bushes as the autumn progresses. So that will free this up. So what I'm going to do with the herbs, because the herbs are going to outgrow this bed very quickly, although that bed's really good for the more Mediterranean herbs because it's good drainage, I think I'm going to put the herbs on here. Whether they survive or not, I don't know, because you get a lot of runoff of water from the polytunnel. But you know what? You live or you don't in this allotment, really. It does well or it doesn't. It's not a great deal of choice, and that means that I can use these beds for my autumn onion sets and my garlic. And obviously everything in here is an annual as well, so I'll probably do that there. I might remove these beds, I don't know. They're in a bit of an awkward position. I struggle to get behind to weed it because I can't stand on my neighbour's plot, so it's difficult for me to do that. Need to get in though, because there's elders going up under my shed. I don't really want them there. So yeah, so that's it. Let's go look in the polytunnel now. Okay, so we've got quite a few ripe tomatoes ready for taking home today, if we can find something to put them in. Yeah, things are going well. So these that were green have got their purple on them now, so they're doing well. We've got a Shirley at the back there with a very ripe truss. What's this Gigantomo doing that isn't a Gigantomo? Is he producing anything? He's not, is he? He's got some new flowers, but I'm not sure that's going to be doing much this time, at this time of year. This is looking lovely. This is the Amethyst Jewel, I believe, or Blue Beauty, one or the other. We've got some plum tomatoes under there, no ripening yet. Don't see any signs of ripening. Nope, not yet. But we've got fruit, so that's what we like. Aubergines have put on quite a bit of growth actually, and I think we should have. Yep, I think we've one under there to harvest. The one at the back never really did much. It's still growing and it's flowering, but it's not doing much. This one, don't think has anything on it. I've harvested 3 so far, so not the most prolific, But you know, this year is what this year is, isn't it? I think I'm gonna have quite a few cucumbers though. Yep. These are the small varieties. Not particularly small anymore. And then my Roma here, well, that's just not doing very well at all, to be honest. Look at it. It's got some more on it now, like fruit, but it's not as productive as I would like. But, you know, oh God, look at that. See, I'm getting a lot of these. I think that's inconsistent watering, isn't it? The end's not thickening out, but that is massive. Okay, I found myself a crate, so let's start filling it. Okay, that's it for today. I'm just going to water the polytunnel before I leave, but I'm going to say goodbye to you here. Please consider subscribing. I would love to have you back again. Hit that notification bell to be notified the next time I upload. And leave me a comment down below. Press like, all those things. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you very soon. I'm going to be back up at the end of the week. I'll be back up to water in between, but I'll be back up at the end of the week to build some raised beds and overhaul those small beds at the back. And I hope you'll join me for that. So I'll see you soon. Take care.